Now I want to start first, show you this drill through option. What is it? It allows you to create a relationship between two visuals. Maybe like one-to-many relationship. I'm not talking about the data model. Let me show you. So first of all, suppose if I go back here and what I'm going to do, I want to actually duplicate this. Okay. And let me keep this here. So this is, let's say a report. Okay. General report. Let's create some report first. So let's say I create this report here, and I want this report, maybe I want this report age category wise, and I want the sales here. Okay, like this, for example, right? And or maybe we can do one thing, we can put the country here, up to us. So this is our report. Now guys, you see, so when I see this report, I have the sales number. Now you want to see based on each of the country in another visual, that maybe you like to see that. So how categories are performing under this country, and those categories under this country or this country or this country, how they're performing in terms of item shift, or maybe how many feedbacks we are getting from there. So we have a feedback also here. So anything, right? So let's say we have the customer feedbacks here, excellent and bad, good, all this. Okay, so we want to see how many feedbacks we have got from each of the category, the total number of feedbacks, what I mean to say. Any example you can take. So now see what happens. Let me show you first of all. So when you have this sheet here, and this is, let me use this as drill through feature. Drill through feature. Okay. Now, first of all, you create here a visual that you want based on what? Based on these countries. This is important. Based on the countries. Okay. Another report I want to see. So I want to see, as I said, that. So let's create what? So I want to see this, maybe the pie chart. Okay. Let's see that pie chart here. Let's see. And the feedback, customer feedbacks, I put the value here, the count, and I want to see age group wise or maybe the country wise. It's up to us. So let me just make this in this way. So this is basically the feedback we have received. Remember, it's a count, just a count. We are not saying how many feedbacks were excellent or overall. It is just simply a report. Okay, so this is a report. So we just trying to understand that from which country, what are the levels of, the percentages of the countrymen feedbacks. How actively they participate in the feedbacks, isn't it? So one of the thing is this, and then what else we can see? Well, let's say then I create some. Okay, so I'm going to create some same graph. Let's say I'll create the. Okay, so I'll create this bar chart. Okay, so chart I'm creating here, and what I want to see that category wise how many feedbacks we have received. Okay, so category wise or maybe item shift we have received. Okay, so this is I'll put here in this way. I mean to say. Now see, you have created these two charts. What is a drill through? Drill through means that this information which I have created, this is the overall information. But is it possible for me that if I go and select this specific country, India, I can go and see both these charts based on my country, India, right? And then I can jump back to the same report, and then if I want, I can see the France as well. So this is another feature. Okay, this is all drill through. Now, what you're supposed to do once you have created these charts, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, and you're fine with this, you see, so if I take you this to, let's say I click on this visual and I take you to this is the option. Drill through, this option, right? We have covered all the options, but this drill through we haven't covered this one, add drill through fields here. So what happens, whatever field you will go and put here, right? That field will have a filter from this. That field will get connected with this. Actually, I shouldn't say any field, whatever field, we must go and specify the x-axis filters here, the countries, because this is what we want to see. So if I click on India and I say I want to see the further one level report, I want to see these 2 reports based on India. So then the plan is that we should go and drop the country here in the drill through section. Okay, drill through. So what I will do, I'll put this drill through here. The moment you put this drill through option here, you see that from your data, all the options the countries will start reflecting here. And if you have noticed, there is a icon also which automatically inserts here. Control click to go back to the previous report. So this helps us actually to go back to the report. Okay. So if I click on this, you see that I'm back here, right? Now, when you have created this, now this is created only for this one. On this particular page, these all, both the visuals have this drill through option. If you want to remove this, you can remove as well. Okay. And scroll up and down to see the other things. Okay. If I go to any other thing, like if I go to this report, it's totally blank. So it's available here. You have added this option here. Now, what will happen, because you have put the country here and this is where you have the country, right? So now if I click the right click here, click the right click, like if I click this, right, do the right click actually. So you see the option here, drill through. Okay. Otherwise it is not available. So drill through automatically starts reflecting this visual when the BI finds that there is somewhere this option is being in use. Now, if I create any other drill through option here also, or maybe let's say here also, if I select this and I put the drill through option here also, one more, right? So all those drill through will be visible when I go and right click here, right? Right now, this is the drill through feature, which is this. It's like page name. You can give the page name whatever you want, but I've written this so we know that what we actually have done. So when you're going to revise this, you will know this page is talking about the drill through. But please, don't get confused that this drill through word it's a BI word. This is a BI word, drill through. And here I will see all those different drill throughs if I have created. Right now we have created only one. So it's basically telling me that this is your page. Now, if I click on this, what will happen? See, the moment I click on this, you see it takes me to the India. And this is also filtered based on the India automatically, right? If you want to see what really, what actually is happening behind the screen, this is what is happening. We did not click here. You know that, right? I did not click here. Automatically, it is it is coming from there. So, from one page to another page, control click, if I want to see this again, right click, drill through, and you see that I can go to this. Now it's telling me that this is the USA data. So, you can add here all the visuals accordingly. Okay, so this is the drill through option. And if I click back here, this is how it is. Okay, so if I add more, if I put here one more drill through, then what will happen? The name of the page will also be visible here. If I immediately remove the drill through from this option, the right click will not work. You won't be able to right click on this report. I hope this is clear, right? So this is how it is. Okay, this is how it is. Now see this, I'm clicking here, and if I try to click here, see what is happening. Because this is the age group, okay? And the drill created on the country. Okay, so now in this particular specific task, there is one more thing we can do, because I know a lot of people will not be knowing this, that there is this option there. But you can tell them, you can communicate this, that we have this option as well. But there is another way of doing it. You remember that we created the buttons also. And so if you remember that in the insert section, when I click on the button, where is a button? The blank button, this one. So when I created this, we covered almost all the features, but one or two features were left. And one was this one, the drill through. Okay. So drill through can also be added. You have seen all these Q&A, web URL, apply or clear all, right? Bookmark, we haven't done it. That we will see. So drill through also I can add in this button. Are you getting the point, right? So I can say that I want to use this button, drill through. Okay. So when you click on this, what will happen? In the next here in the destination, I will be able to see all the drill through. So since we have created this only one page, which has a name called drill through feature, right? So it's going to show me one. Otherwise, you can have the others also, right? So what we're doing, we're trying to modify the visual. We're trying to add we're trying to be trying to bring the more clarity on our visuals, so audience can see immediately what is going to happen. So I'll say that, okay, so this is linked with this drill through feature, right? This one. Okay. So it means that if I go and, click here, for example, if I click here, I'm sorry, if I click on this, I want that it should actually take me to that the drill through page, but right now it's not working. Why it is not working? You remember that in the disabled section also somebody asked me that why the page that the color is not highlighted. I mean, what if we have to do it? Because that button was disabled button, right? Right now, this option will also work if you click here, because this is a drill through. Until and unless I will not click on these, countries, button will not work. Okay. So anyways, so what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to, so I mean, when I'm going to click on the drill through feature, so ideally what should happen, actually, instead of clicking here, I should be able to click on this button, and this should take me to there. This should take me to there. This is the plan. So what we will do, we will simply go and put this here. Okay. And now, first, let's go in the shape. I want to change the shape. So I'll make this tilt shape. Okay. This is what I want. Now, this is a default state. Okay. So in the default state, right now, I do not want to do anything. In the style section, let's see. So this is my default. So let's keep this as, for example, so default state is click to click here. For example, right now, this is fine. I'll give this black font, and let me use some dark color. Okay. This is the default one, remember. Okay. So I'll just keep this as light font. Okay. Now let's check the other state, disabled one, first of all. Okay. On hover is okay. On press, yes, that is also okay. Let me check the disabled one when it is disabled, which is right now. So in the disabled, my font should be, let's say this is the font I want. You see that? Why it is disabled? Because this is the this is the drill through. Remember, this button is on the action called drill through. Now, drill through will not work until you go and click on these options. I mean, because right now all the countries are selected. So if I select some specific country and then I want to click here, I want to see that country report using the drill through, right? So that's why this is right now disabled, because all the countries are here selected. Okay, so this goes with the this state. So I'll use this one, let's say, okay, and yeah, that's fine. Nothing else I want to do. So click here. So you see now, when this is disabled, means user is looking at the chart on the entire this as a whole chart. User is looking at this chart. He's not clicking on any of this. So we can guide the user that before you click me, select the one country. I mean, right click on the country, isn't it? So what I'm going to do, highlight or select a country and click here, for example. Perfect. Select a country and click here. What else we want on this? Fine. Okay. And on hover, well, we can change this as well on hover. So on hover, I'll say till a sub-level report you can see. Sub-level report you can see, for example, right? And so when I hover here, I should see that. Right now, this is disabled. So, and I'm not going to change the color, I guess. Fin is okay. What I'm thinking is that when when the user hovers, maybe a bluish type of the color I should use. Okay, fine. Now this is done. Okay, so we have created this on hover. Most important is disabled. And then what else? On press. So on press, we don't need it. Default is the one, click here, which means the default, when you will select this will change. And so I can say, now you may click here. Now you may click, for example. What we are going to do, we're going to, right now, when as our user is going to see the data, you will see that select a country and click here. It's clear now, right? So let's say I select France, right? Now you see that. When I have clicked on the France, now you make it, isn't it? And if I hover, it's going to tell me sub-level report, you can see, right? So, I mean, this also the background we can change, isn't it? So you see, you have to think on all these things, isn't it? So on our sub-level report and background color, I will change because it's the blue. So or maybe I'll keep the background as this, and this I will keep as light color. Yeah, see that? I mean, if you do not want to do it, it's up to you. But we are fine with this. And also, let me see if I can have this disabled also 8 and on hover and default. Yes. Fine. So now so what we have done, if you see, I've created 3 different levels for this pattern. One is I know that, so this is how it is. By default, this is how the report goes. Now you know that because we have created the drill through report, understand how the drill through works. Drill through works when I go and select any specific country. It can be a year also. It's up to you. As I said, this is going to take care of this axis. If it is a year, then in the drill through, we will have to add here year. Because when I select the 2021, here the filter will be on the 2021. Okay. So what I'm saying is that right now this is disabled, right? Because drill through does not work when you have the entire chart in front of you and there's no click on any specific category, correct or not? So that's why this is the disabled the state. When I click on France, let's say like this, I'm not right clicking now because you said that let's give the user this option. So when I click on this, automatically this button gets active, right? So this, when this button gets active, this is basically how the default state gets activated. Okay. And when I select this again, this becomes disabled, right? So based on the buttons, the events which you are creating, like drill through or page navigation, all these things you have to plan. So when I click on this, the user hovers and you can see sub level report. You can see control click to drill through feature. This also we can change. I mean, we can go in the drill through report and there we can change. But I mean, in this button we can change this as well. But I guess I have already added the titles here, so I will just simply go and click here, and the report will be visible, and then I can come back here. So what I just wanted to, add this feature here, so you can have more clarity around that, why these actions are there, and that's from the information perspective also, I think this is a better option, right? Instead of right clicking here and going in the drill through, because if the button is there, people will know that what is happening. Okay, so if you want to hear this in action, you see the tooltip option, you remember, right? If you want to, when I hover and you think that this is something very long syntax for my user, so you can enable the text here. You can write whatever you want to go and write here, right? So that is going to be visible here. Enable text, disable text, whatever you want. So let me say that this one. Okay, so those particular things will be there. Now this is a disabled, so the moment the button gets enabled, what you have written in the enable, that will be reflected. So by default, tooltip will not come. So I leave it to you. And we have done this before also in the shapes, right? Right now I will prefer using this. This is okay for me, but you can change what I mean to say. So this is the drill through option. Okay, so now you also need to understand one thing, that suppose now you have created a 3 drill through on the different pages, because one page you said that this page should be page should be talking about item shift and the feedbacks. The next page should be talking about the countries, maybe the loss and the profits, and all that stuff. So in this pattern, if you see, if I click here in this pattern, under the action at a time, I can add only one destination, right? So it means that I will have to create more buttons. So then again, you will have to take on that. Do you really want those buttons? If I have 3 drill through pages, so I have to create 3 buttons. Is it really, going to make a sense on my report, right? But for one drill page, I think this is cool. Maybe for 2, you can, you can reduce the size as well. It's all up to you. Okay, you can reduce the size as well, so that this should not, take so much of the space. So you can just go and put this somewhere here like this. So the moment I click on this, this gets activated. Now you may click. Okay, so this is how it is. So the buttons are there, and the actions which I go and put in those buttons, they can really make your report take that report to a new level. Okay, so this is the.
Hi, Jessica. I have one question. Can we hide the tabs also here?
You mean these tabs?
Yeah, just these tabs, because we are using the, these button. That's why. Because if these tabs are visible, so the user can directly click on these tabs.
So you can keep them these tabs somewhere at the end. That's perfectly fine. I don't think so. You can hide this here. There's option. Now, please remember one thing. When I clicked on the hide, this is still visible, right? I mean, for you it's visible, but this actually is working. And this, when you will take this dashboard on the BI service, right? And then when you will share the reports with other people, okay, so this hide option will work there. People will not be able to see the sheet over there. Right now it's visible because it's a BI desktop. Okay, so many things. Remember there was another option which I was referring to, and I said that it's going to work in that locking system, in that this one decomposition tree, right? And even can unlock and lock those things. So what is the use of it? So basically, once this report goes on the BI service, this which you said that I want to hide this is going to be hidden. So when we will start the BI service, just like we can hide this and we can see how it is going to work. Okay, so this is how it is. Any other questions we have?
I have a question, sir. Here. Yeah. So if I click one country here and then I select that button, and I'll be jumping to the next page. So if I come back again on this page by clicking that back button, so the filters were applied on that page, it remains as is, or it again gets all clear, the filter gets clear on that page? I mean, how it works?
No, so if you, when you're going to go from this page to that page, or to and fro you are going to do, obviously to and fro will happen only when you have selected the country. Mm-hmm. So if in your selection, when you're selecting one country and then the other one, so those filters will automatically change there.
Yeah, so we'll be jumping to that page and we'll see the filters applied for that specific country. But when we hit the back button, I'm just trying to guess, like that page remains in the same filter, whatever filter is applied in that state, or it gets cleaned. The filter.
So if filter will get clear, if I will have all the levels the visible here. Like for example, if I select the country India, now you see it's India, and I say control click. Now this is on the India level. We can see here, right? The moment you come back here, see that. The moment you come back here, you are again back on the same original page. So when you are back on the original page, and if let's say I go to the drill through, as he said that ideally this page should not be visible, so it still remains on the India. But the point is that drill through is the option which I will not allow my audience to go and just check the page. On a individual level. I will want this page to be seen only through this report, right? Not like this way that, okay, so somebody goes here and then now I have said that, okay, so you can click on New Zealand, you can click on Asia, and you can, because if this is something I have to do, I can create the slices as well. I can use these filters as well. So the idea of the drill through is that this page should not be available to the user. We don't want to show this page to the user unless he clicks here. And that's why when he said that, that's why he said that, so this means that the page has to be hidden. And I said that now if we go and publish this report from here, publish, and now I will, log into my BI service account, which is my licensed account, then the report which goes over there and towards that report, if I will share with you, you won't be able to see this page. You will be able to see this page only through this method, which is
okay.
That's the point.
Okay. Got it.
Yes.
Okay. So sir, good practice is whenever we are applying the drill through functions, we have to hide those sheets on which we are going to jump.
Yeah, I mean, if you have taken a license, you should do that, isn't it?
Okay.
So, but
Okay.
but if I have to email you this the desktop as it is, you said that I don't
Mhm.
have a license, then obviously this option hide will not work, because even if I click on the hide, which shows it's not going to be visible, you can see that when I will email you. Okay, because
Mm.
this is the BI desktop. This is not a licensed version. Anyone can open this file and I can see. But once I apply all those rules that you can't see that, you can see that, you have a reader right, you have a members only right, you have a admin rights, So those all these happens on the cloud. So there, yes, this has to be off because we don't want to show this to our user.
Okay, sir.
That is
Okay.
correct. Yes.